Hi again, welcome to Western Turnpike Golf Course and the tip of the week. I'm Herb Moreland, the golf director at Western Turnpike Golf Course. And today we're going to be showing you my 5-step approach to absolutely getting out of the bunker every time. Okay, let's begin. The first step is to grab a 2x4 and place it in the sand. Burrow it in, make a hole in there. You can see me doing that. And then cover the sand up, cover the board up so it doesn't move. Make sure you have it on the back end of it. Okay. Make sure it's good and tight in there and it's level with the sand. You don't want it to stick above the sand. And just scrape your remaining sand off. Okay. Now what you want to do is we want to use a sand wedge. Most of the people here complain that our sand is too, there's not enough sand in the bunker, but a lot of them don't even have a sand wedge. You need a sand wedge to get out of the bunker. Use the flange. It has a bounce, which means that the back end is higher than the front end. You need that so that you get the bounce. This is going to be critical in bunker play. What you want to do is open the face slightly, then get your grip. Now what I want you to do, and while I've placed this, the reason I placed this board here is I want you to take your swing and bounce the club right off this board. That's your first step. Get used to that sound of the bounce. Now I want you to take some sand and make a box here. It's about a hand wide and it covers the whole width of the box. You can see it there. Your next job here in the sand is to take your club and get all the sand off the board. Let me do that once again. Now take the sand, pile it up a couple inches high, pat it down. Okay, so we've got a nice square there, and you'll see how this comes into play in the future. And again, we want to take all the sand off the board. Didn't quite do it there. All right, that's step 2. Step 3, we're going to take that same pile of sand, like that, and then we're going to put a ball on. Your job once again is to take all the sand off the board. That's what enables the ball to come out. It's coming out on a cushion of sand. Let me do that again. Get the ball on that sand in the box. Okay. The next step is we want to take a ball. We can take this board out. Take a ball and then draw your box in the sand. The box should be the same size box as the one that was on the board. And the object here is to take all the sand out of the box. Okay, you can see that you can hear the nice bounce. The next step would be go ahead and hit your normal bunker shot, just picturing where that box is. Now, an important thing is most people hold that club really close to the sand and close to the ball. Well, you're blocking your view of the area that you want to hit. So imagine a box and put your club above the spot where you're going to hit in the sand. And it comes out as easy as could be. The next thing I want to talk to you about is how we want to play different types of shots. I always believe in trajectory. No matter if it's pitch shots or chip shots, I'm going to control the distance by the trajectory. How low or how high this is going to come out or come off the club. For me, that's going to be done with ball position and club face. So the higher you want a shot, the more you want the ball up in your stance and the more you want the face of the club open. The lower and longer your shot, the more you're going to play it in the middle of your stance with a square face. Okay, so it would look like that. Let me see if I can hit a couple. I'll do the short one first. My club is laid way back. My stance is a little bit more open as the ball comes up in my stance. a very high, soft shot. I did that with the same swing as I took with any other bunker shot. Here, I'm still imagining the box. Here I'm going to hit it across the green. It's going to be much square. Ball's going to be more in the middle of my stance. Club face is fairly square. And the trajectory just takes it out and goes right over the green. Okay. The next thing is different types of sand. Okay. What do we have to do? A lot of people want to know what happens if I have an area where I have very little sand to work with. I'll dig all this sand out so that it's very thin. There's not much sand there. The secret to this shot is to just swing your arms slower, because what happens is that you have to displace sand. The ball comes out on a bed of sand, so it looks like this when it comes out. Okay, so now we don't have to displace very much sand when there isn't much sand. So we just want to make a nice smooth swing, and that's how we can hit it short. If we have a lot of sand, here I have much more sand. I'll put it down a little bit. We need to create more speed because we have to displace more sand. So, let's review. The 5-step approach. Grab a simple 2x4, put it in the bunker, cover it with sand, make sure it's even to the surface of the sand. Clear off all the sand that's on the bunker, the excess. Bounce your club off that board. Then grab a box, like I explained to you, put it on the board, and take all the sand off the board. The 3rd step would be put that sandbox on that board, put a ball in the sand, take all the sand off there. You'll feel that bounce, the ball will come out very nicely. The next step is go to the sand, draw your box, take all the sand out of the box, making sure your club is above the back line in the bunker and on that box. And the last step is to go ahead and hit a normal bunker shot, just visualizing that box. And then remember, trajectory and setup control the distance the ball goes. So the higher and shorter you want a sand shot, the farther up and the more open the face. The lower you want it, the more back in your stance towards the middle and the more square your face is. When you have different types of bunker, if there's a lot of sand and it's fluffy, you need to make a faster arm speed because you need to displace more sand. If you're in a situation where it's hard pan, then you just need to take that same swing and swing easier. So hopefully these things will work for you, and we'll see you next time on the Tip of the Week.